Eric, I've been hearing that for those of us that are getting into our senior years, that 100 years is the new 60. I hope this is true.
Well, it's interesting that when I was a kid, people who were in their late 40s and early 50s, they were old. I mean, they were grandparents, people who were in their 60s and 70s, they were even great grandparents. So our perception of being old was, oh, look, someone's 45 or 46, they've got grandkids now, so they're older. Whereas now, a lot of people, especially my age, I had kids in my 30s and I'm still not a grandparent. But when I look at the blue zones, which are the areas that Dan Buettner wrote about in his book, Italy, Japan, Southern California, Sardinia, Italy, and Central America and Greece, all of these places have people that routinely live into their 90s. They all have a few things in common. They do housework, they walk a lot, they eat fresh fruits and vegetables. But the main thing that they found with this group of people around the world is that they had a very high sense of community. Whether they went to church or they had weekly gatherings or they had their grandchildren or families come over, that was one of the big deals. And that's something that in the United States we're really wanting to look at more seriously because of COVID, where there were a lot of lonely people and there were a lot of folks that just didn't have anyone. So becoming 100 has to do, I think, with obviously exercise and nutrition. I'm a big fan of lifting weights, and lifting weights as you get older because it's going to help your posture, it's going to help your bones, and it's going to help your muscles to do more work over the lifespan. But I also think too that the whole concept of community, of being with your friends, etc., is also going to have a big impact on it. And I just remember years ago I read about compressing morbidity. And you could live an extra 20 years, but if 10 of those years you're sick all the time, a lot of people are not interested in living longer. But if you have robust health and you can do things and you can walk every day and you can play with your grandkids and you can do these things that have great meaning, then you may want to do it. And 100, I think in the next decade or so, 100 is not going to be as old as it used to be. It's still going to be a measure. It's going to be a measure stick by the length of a person's life, but we're going to see more and more people live past 100 with very good health than we did when I was younger and we only had George Burns.
Where do we learn more?
Oh my gosh. I don't have a ton of information on the blue zones, but I would actually have people, if they're interested in some of those things, Dr. Gary Huberman on his podcast is amazing. Dr. Peter Attia, Attia, on his podcast is amazing. And Dr. Gabrielle Lyons on her podcast. So logging into any of those podcasts is going to give you as much high-level medical and health information on longevity as anywhere else.